And I'll add on to that. I wish there's a little more knowledge of theater etiquette. If you're in a theater and there's only one guy in the theater, don't sit by him. Don't sit behind him. Don't sit in front of him. Don't sit beside him. Give that cushion, respectful cushion. Mm-hmm. Give him a row.
Yeah.
If there's nobody in the theater, give him a full row in front of him, behind him, and give him a seat or two. At least give him that at least a 2-chair halo around him at minimum.
Yeah.
At minimum. Don't even during the trailers. I don't want to see cell phones out. So, but at least as soon as that last, and when it tells you the final presentation's coming, the feature presentation's coming, stop at the cell phones. When you go down to go to the concession stand, don't stomp down the aisle.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Those kind of things.
Yeah.
Don't make it all about you. We went and saw Django Unchained, and his family left in the middle of it. They weren't liking the movie, and he yells at the entire audience, "Are y'all really going to sit here and watch this crap?" We were there on Christmas night watching this movie.
Yes.
I was there to watch that movie.
That's right.
I could give 2 shits about his opinion. He could have died on the way home, and I would not have cared. I mean, he was not the reason I was at the movies that day. It was to hear his fucking opinion about that movie.
Right.
So, realize when you go to the movies, it's not about you.
Mm-hmm.
In all senses of the word.
Yeah, if a movie's not working for you and you just want to leave, fine. Just keep your mouth shut. You leave. Don't disturb or cast judgments on those that remain. Right. That was I didn't mind that they left, but it was a big group. I mean, there was probably a family of 9. It was a big group that was leaving. And then he, cast a judgment on us for sitting and watching this crap. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I was very appalled by that as well. Another thing, I remember, I'll never forget seeing that movie, Watchmen.
Yeah.
Rated R movie. And, the MPAA does their best to put out a rating and tell you what's in it and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a rated R movie and you're taking this lady brought her daughters. She had 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
And the oldest was maybe 11. So these are little girls.
Yeah.
They're sitting close to the front row to see the movie Watchmen, right?
Right.
And next thing you know, there's Billy Crudup's penis that's about 20 feet high. And she's like, oh, and out the door she went with her 5 kids. And I'm like, that's on you. That's not on, don't get mad at the theater or get mad at the movie. It's a rated R movie. When you go to a rated R movie, know that you may see something that's not appropriate for children.
Sure.
And I hate when people someone goes and sees a film like The Kid's All Right. And then they bitch about something they saw in it or like that. It's it's rated R. Ratings mean something.
That's why you have them.
That's why you have them. So that you, Mr. Sensitive, won't throw a fit.
Yeah, I don't like having to deal. As a general rule of life, I don't want to be encumbered by your choices or non-choices.
Right.
Only people that I feel that I have to deal with their choices are my kids and my missus. Everybody else can go to hell. Right? Mm-hmm. Your choices are your choices. Your lack of choices are your to deal with.
Right.
So, if you go to the theater and you go to the movies and you're ill-prepared or you showed up late or all that kind of stuff, that's your problem. Mm-hmm. Not mine. Have enough courtesy and etiquette to realize that and don't mess with my experience.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Right.
And like the guy at Django, y'all gonna sit here and watch this crap. He just wanted attention. He didn't have to say that.
Yeah, he didn't have to do that. They were already, because it was at a part of the movie that got quiet.
Yeah.
And all of them had, I think half of them had boots on. So they were loud going down the stairs. Well, you're already disrupting us. Just leave. As quickly as you can, and we'll get back to this movie. But then he had to make that last little pot shot. Another little pet peeve that I have that's become it's recurring way too often on me the last 5 years. I'll see a movie, and then the couple behind me shows up. It's clear the male in the relationship knows about the movie, but the female doesn't know anything about it.
Right.
Is it too much to ask if you don't understand what's going on? Just wait till the movie's over, then have those discussions. Because here I am trying to watch Riddick, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a third movie in a franchise, right? It's a sequel.
Right.
It was clear the female behind me has not seen
any of them,
and she's asking questions about every 60 seconds. I finally had to get up and move about 4 rows down because it was so distracting. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and people have done this to me all too often the last 5 years. And it's like, I don't understand why you would go to a movie and then it's like, if you don't know the movie, then put your foot down and say, look, I'm going to be lost. I'm not going to enjoy it. Let's find something else to see.
Right.
You know, but they give in because I guess the husband or boyfriend really wants to see it. Yeah. And then they're lost and asking questions every 5 seconds. It's in my top 3 huge pet peeves right now. I hate that.
Right.
Because they're talking. It's like, I can't, you know, thank you for the play-by-play behind me. It's so annoying.
We live in a selfish society. We live in instant gratification society. And all too often people think everything is about them.
Mm-hmm.
And
the me society, yeah.
So like I said, you get these people that go to the movies and it's almost like, hey, I need to be the star of the show here. Like, no, we're came to see the movie.
Right.
It's like that guy that'll make a joke and somebody will laugh at, and the rest of the movie he's gonna keep trying to repeat getting that laugh.
Yeah.
Or something. It's just I pretty much don't like mankind, and and sometimes you go to the theater to escape mankind. They follow you in there. And no, I mean I say that jokingly, but you and I both have an introverted streak in us.
Sure, yeah.
And I have to be extroverted for business and things like that. But in all honesty, I would just as soon not be extroverted. So when you go to the theater, it's kind of it's an introvert. That's kind of going to the movies is kind of an introvert's playground.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an extrovert and you show up, know that you're on our territory. So shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And just laugh when it's funny.
Right.
And act appropriately. And just don't make yourself the star of the show. Let the movie be the star of the show.
Right.
Now, when you go to a bar for extroverts, that's where you can shine. And as introverts, you just have to deal with the fact that that's your time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why you know what to expect when you go to a bar. So same thing in the movies. That's not the place for that.